Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Salt Lake City Elks. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
Ready? Mike 58, right there. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Switch.
Throwing on first down. Jones. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bears take over.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready. 30 base. Yo, showing up. Hey, check 20. Go.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Push him back. Mike 18. Here we go. Hey, Charlie. Watch 18 Griffin.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And an alley to run. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Watch twins. Check three. Sponge. Hey, lock it. No. Hit it.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Hey, box truck. 18's the Mike. I got him. Mike 18. Watch the run.
Stick from the gun. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Switch.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Again, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
Leo. Check. Lucky. There.
McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch roll out. Shoot.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll look to set up his blockers. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bears take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll throw on 2nd down his stick. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity. Treat it as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Elks 7, Bears nothing.
Here comes. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
To throw from his end zone, Jones. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Jones now throwing after the interception. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Jones on first down. Flushed out right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Jones on first and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
Come here, switch it. That's three.
Throwing again. Jones. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Second and 9 at the 21-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Let go. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Go, go. We driven.
A shotgun throw for Stick. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bears have taken the lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now Jones off the play fake. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Jones pass. Complete to number 1. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. 12 yards there and a 1st down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run.
Throwing, Jones. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit, maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind.
Slam, slam, slam. Rush in. Watch the eye.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll get nothing out of that one. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I got you. Watch 18. 18's the mic. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that up.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
The Bears take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
4 down. Shoot. No. Snap.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Mike 18. Go. Hey, wahoo! Watch 18. Let's go.
Now stick. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On third down, it's Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings. And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Match box. Switch. Go.
Off play action. Jones. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And an alley to run. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
18 Gator. Let's go, G. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. We own them. 56. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Hey, Alpha. The field. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that's complete to Adams. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 99 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now they try the right side here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Jones now. Operating from the gun. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They go play action here on first down. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw. Shoot. 66. Pull it. Now. Big air.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 31 yards there and a first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back live here now in Salt Lake City as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Whip. Watch the whip. Look, squeeze. Check 13. Watch out. Watch it. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, orbit. Hot. Get it.
Stick back to pass. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey. 56, the mark, boy. 56. Check 56. Let's go, D.
Here's Stick looking to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? And listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
We play to win. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Stick looks to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Bears on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go, P. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check 4. Check 4. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Check 26. Check 20. Rock it.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Target. Mike 56. Mike 56. Keep it up now.
He'll look to throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered. And then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
At the 47-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Hey, 18, Mike, 18. Here we go. Watch 18. 18's the mic. Right here. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9. Stick. That's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
64. Hey, Haywood. Mike, 56.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. 60 outlaw. 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Mike 56. Mike 56. Switch. Check 3. Check 2.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Let's rock. Watch twins. Yo, 58 is Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. At 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Guys, it's game.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league.